Hello and welcome back to the 2020 version of the Divinity Original Sin 2 Definitive Edition Guide/Walkthrough. Where we left off last time, we were getting ready to walk in here and confront High Judge Orivand, the third of 3 mini-bosses in the Fort Joy area, before you escape the fort itself and get to the rest of the island. Now this is going to be probably the most difficult encounter that we've so far run into in the game. If you're on honor mode, I would definitely suggest saving before this one. Yeah, you're probably not going to have a full team wipe, but you may have a character die mid-combat here, and if you're in honor mode, that's going to automatically save it when the character dies, alright? Now, I've got the conversation already started with Red Prince here. We picked Red Prince because we want to buff the people in conversation up, and Red Prince only has Peace of Mind as a buff, so we're not really losing out on him being the one getting that buff. Now, we did add a few skills in to those memory slots that we got upon leveling up. So we're going to have Mumbo buff up the Red Prince. We changed around some of the skills, actually. I believe I showed some of the skills we had people memorize. We swapped some of those out, so that's what we've got right now. And right there. There we go. And I had to redo a recording. I think Pyramus had Corpse Explosion at one point. So now we're going to have Mumbo, actually, is going to learn a combination skill book here. So we're going to take any Geomancy skill book. We're going to go with Contamination, because we've got 3 copies there. We've got 1 there, 2 right there. We're not going to need 3 copies of that book ever. So we're going to take 1 of those. And then we're going to take Elemental Arrowheads, because we already know that with our Ranger, we don't need another copy. So we're going to combine those 2 books. And that is going to give us the Throw Dust skill book. Where are we at? Right there, the Throw Dust skill book. So you're going to need 1 point in Huntsman and at least 1 point in Geomancy in order to learn that. Alright. Now, Throw Dust is interesting because it will clear any surface. Alright, so whether you've got lava or death fog or fire, cursed fire, whatever you've got, it will clear the surface. All the way from water to death fog, anything in between. Alright, so that's very useful for that. It's also just a normal attack, so it'll deal 18 to 20 earth damage. Alright, and it also sets blind for a turn. Blind is very useful. Alright, so if somebody's immobilized and blinded, well, they basically just lose that turn, which is very useful for us. Alright, so now we're going to come over here, and we're going to have Mumbo make this area wet. Alright, it's going to make crowd controlling these guys a little bit easier. High Judge Orivand is in conversation, so he's going to keep that wet status. These 2, it's going to wear off in just a little bit, but that's okay. Alright, and we're going to move on over here. Now, the plan is going to be to get all these guys... Well, it's going to be to get High Judge Orivand down here, and it's going to be to group up as many people down here as we can. Alright, so the way we're going to do that is we're going to teleport High Judge Orivand over here, and we're going to try and teleport this guy over here. Alright. Now, the way we're going to do that, Red Prince has Clear Mind on, so he's probably going to be going first. And then we want Pyramus to go after him. Alright. And then the plan from there is going to be to try and just stun or freeze people over here. So, to get that done, we're going to have Mumbo put some ice right there. Alright, that'll be used for his elemental affinity in just a minute. And we're going to put some rainwater down there. We want to make sure to hit that Magister with it. Alright, so he gets the wet status in conversation. But we want the water to be over here. Alright, so we got him. And we may need to wait for a rain to recharge and get another one over there. That's fine. Alright. So the plan here, alright, before we end this conversation... Alright, by the way, this conversation, High Judge Orivand is explaining how they cure sorcerers. Which right there, he sucks the source out of them, and then you notice Elven Prisoner is now Silent Monk. So it turns them into those monks, and they have pretty much no free will, and they're, it's no way to be. Alright, so the general game plan here, alright, is going to be to teleport people over there. So Red Prince should go first, and he's going to teleport this guy over there. And we're going to have Pyramus teleport High Judge Orivand over there. Now I need to get him in a position where he can target High Judge Orivand. I'm going to see how we do over here. Alright, we can target him. We can launch him over there. And from that spot, we can also hit over there. Perfect. Alright, we're going to have Beast come over here. Alright, now Beast, we're actually going to have him learn some warfare skills. We're going to have him learn Battle Stomp right there. And with that, we're actually going to have him forget a skill so that we can put Battle Stomp in. And I'm honestly not sure which skill we're going to go with. I think I'm going to go with Chameleon Cloak. Temporarily, we will put Chameleon Cloak back in there. But we're going to have him learn Battle Stomp so that he can crowd control both of these two in one turn. Alright? So he's going to just do a few quick little things there. And then we're actually going to get rid of... honestly, probably Throwing Knife as well. And we're going to have Beast learn... Where is it? Adrenaline. Alright, Adrenaline's super useful. So we're going to attack one of these two. Backlash to the other one. That should be enough to drop their armor, where then Battle Stomp will be able to kill them. Now, an attack, a backlash, and a Battle Stomp will be 5 action points. That's why we are going to need Adrenaline for this combat. Alright? So we're planning that out before we start. Alright? Now, oops, nope, not him. Thought I had Pyramus selected there. So we're going to have Pyramus boost up his own stats here. Just double check. Make sure we're in... I like that position better. Alright. Going to have Pyramus then. Boost himself up. First we're going to have Mumbo. Encourage. Hit whoever we can hit with that. And then Pyramus. Hit himself with that. Beast with rest. Can't rest. It's not safe. Okay. And then teleport away. And that, there we go. That's going to start combat. Ooh, now unfortunately, actually no, that's not a big deal. So Beast is going to go before Pyramus, which isn't what I was planning on, but it's fine. That'll work. Alright, so Red Prince now. Step 1 of the plan is already done. We teleported Judge Orivand over there. Step 2, teleport Magister Swordsman over there. Alright, they should all take, yep, a little bit of physical damage there. 2 of the 3 are wet there, and only 1 is going to be taking a turn before Mumbo, but Pyramus is going to be taking a turn before all of them. So last time, we had Red Prince organize all his stuff in this bag here. So we're going to shoot a water arrow at these guys, make sure all 3 of them are going to have that wet status. Alright. That's gonna be it. You know what? And then just to prep for next turn... Actually, no. We have 1 action point left. We don't need to prep for next turn. We're going to use that next turn so that it lasts longer. We're going to end our turn with Red Prince. She spends her turn every time getting up right at the beginning. Alright, so now we've got this Magister going next. So we're going to go right there. We're going to attack her 1 time. No armor. Love it. We're going to Adrenaline boost right there. I didn't take into account the movement in the Beast's action, so I'm glad that the plan only required 5 action points, not 6. We're going to backlash over here. Perfect amount of damage to take that down. And now we're going to use our Battle Stomp on both of them. Alright, very good. Pyramus now in our tried and tested spot can target these guys. So High Judge Orivand has the most magic armor there. He's got 44. With being wet, he's going to have minus 20 air resistance. So between the high ground, giving us 20% extra, him take... this might stun Orivand. Should definitely stun the other 2, though. Alright, yep, it did stun him. The high ground bonus was enough. That is what you want to see. So when you plan stuff out like this, like we planned out how Beast was going to crowd control both of them in 1 turn. We planned out putting them there. We planned out shocking them with that. You get a plan going. You follow it too. It's not that bad. If you don't have a plan, this encounter can be very rough. Now, unfortunately, oh wait, maybe I can hit them from here. Ah, and I can also hit them from over here. Now, if I hit them, that electrified water is going to become electrified steam, which is very good for us. Alright, so we are going to do that. Then we're going to have Mumbo turn up the rain. Alright, I don't care if it stops them from being on fire. The key point here is that they are now in steam and they are on water. Alright? So that means that one bit of electricity will shock both of them. Now, unfortunately, I used up all my memory slots here. I should have taken out Mosquito Swarm, given Mumbo a totem. That way the totem can just shock there every turn, but that's alright. Now, she has no physical armor, so we're going to use Impalement just to mobilize her, keep her in place right there. Alright, and that'll do it for Mumbo's turn. And then everybody else is just spending their turn either knocked down or stunned, which is perfect. Alright, so now we're going to get some added water damage on our arrows. I don't know, do we want to attack her or attack the group back behind? You know what, we're going to do both. We're going to attack her with our barrage there, 3 arrows. And then we're going to have Ricochet come over and hit these guys over here. Alright. So now, Beast only has 2 action points this turn, right? Because he used Adrenaline last turn. So, crowd controlling her is not looking possible right now. And that is unfortunate. Alright. But it's not the worst thing in the world. You know, she's only got 1 turn worth. She's not going to be comboing anything with anybody else. So what we are going to do is we're going to we can't crowd control the next person, so we're going to crowd control the person we are next to. Turn her into a chicken. So, let's see what she does here. Now she's a Cryomancer. Worst case scenario, Armor Frost. Yeah, that's what it's looking like. So now that Magister has both magic armor and a magic shield, which is essentially a second dosing of magic armor to protect him. Alright, now I don't want to use daggers there because it'll get rid of that water they're on. So let's move over. Oh, he's hastened. That's right. Can I move a little bit farther? No, that's still pretty much the extent of my movement. Alright, so we're going to actually target that one that just got the magic shell. And we're going to zap him because he needs to get that magic armor off as quickly as we can get it off. Alright, that didn't do as much damage as we would have liked, but that's alright. And that means now we're going to just wait. Alright. So he's taking some potion. He's probably going to shields up. No? Alright, well, the good news is he still pretty much wasted that turn. Now he does have no more magic armor, so I'm going to use Worm Tremor to get him entangled. And then I'm going to use Throw Dust to blind him, and we're going to hit her with it, just deal some damage. So now that he is entangled and blind, he can't move, he can't see, so he can't hit us with ranged attacks. So he's basically out of turn. Same with her, she's entangled and blind, don't really got to worry about her. This Magister, however, has nothing crowd controlling her. So we're going to tactical retreat to there. And then get in range as much as we can with 1 action point. And then knock her down. Alright, that's solid. Beast now, let's see. Well, she's up, knocked down. This guy's turn, can't move, can't see, basically locked down. Orivand has nothing locking him down, but Pyramus is going to go in between. Pyramus has nothing to crowd control, and Mumbo's going to go in between. Mumbo hasn't used any of his ice powers yet, so Orivand will be crowd controlled by the time his turn comes around. So we're just going to come over here. Alright, and we're just going to start dealing damage to this Magister here. Alright, Pyramus now. How much do these do? 6 to 8 fire. That's nothing. Alright, well. Gonna take her out of there. Then we're going to... we have an electric wand. I forgot about that. So this is going to electrify the water and the steam cloud. Are there 2 or 3 of these guys left? Oh, that's right. Yeah, there's 2 over here. So this should stun one of them. Yep. Oh, it stunned them both. Alright, well that's good. Yeah, he was very likely to use his shields up. That makes sense. He can't really do anything else. So he's got to do 30 damage to take him out. Done. Alright, and then we're just going to take these guys out. Oh, I'm shocked. Oh, 12 and 2. Yeah, they're basically gone. So now all we gotta do is have Beast take care of this Magister right here. Alright, and we're gonna do the old drop a dagger, punch her in the back tactic that we've done several times with Beast. And then with our one action point, we'll just use Backlash. Oh, that was enough to kill. Alright, we didn't need to knock her down. And this guy has a little bit to go. Oh, actually, Orivand is gonna be able to take a turn before him. We're gonna be able to hit him with anything. Gotta love hasten. Alright. Orivand's out. Alright, Pyramus is up. And we're gonna do a little bit of teleportation over there. And this guy's got a lot of magic armor, so don't think I'm going to be able to do anything there. But I think if I hit this guy, the electricity should kill him. No, it's going to stun him. What does he have? 1 HP left? Still only 2? Alright. Oh no, took some damage. We're going to link everybody back up. And now Mumbo does have physical damage with Mosquito Swarm, so let's get that guy down there. I don't even want to bother attacking with anything else right now. That was a little laggy on my side. Alright, and this should do it right here. Alright, there we go. That was the third mini-boss taken down. Not much else on this episode. It was just taking care of that fight. If you plan it out, like we did, and you don't necessarily have to do that plan. You have unlimited prep time with 3 out of your 4 party members, so you can do a lot with that. If you don't mind a bit of chaos, and if your computer can, if your computer has a good graphics card, can handle it, one common tactic in this area is to keep your party in this room. Fill up the whole room with water, and you do that by using rain, usually. And then you take one little candle, right, and you put it on the water. Have somebody over here use contamination. Contamination will turn all the water into poison, which I don't think I've shown you guys how that works. Even though I don't like using it a whole lot, I'm just going to show you that because it is a useful tactic here. If I can find contamination. There we go. So if you take contamination, any water in its area will turn to poison, and it'll turn all of that water to poison. So you hit just that little corner, and then all of that spreads out. Okay? So you do that, you put a candle there, turns the whole room into a big fiery pit, and then the Magisters have to walk through a bunch of fire to get to you, and by the time they get to you, they already have no magic armor. So that's one other tactic you could use. I'm not a big fan of that tactic. That does sort of feel like cheesing it, but it's up to you if you want to do that or not. For the actual boss fight in this game, or in this area, the fight with Dallas and Alexander, feel free to do something like that. Feel free to put a whole bunch of explosives in a chest, blow it up right next to them. You know, whatever you gotta do. Divinity has a lot of creative solutions to difficult combat. You don't always just have to be a better fighter. You can be a smarter fighter. Just blow them up ahead of time, set a big trap. Alright, we're going to end it here. This next bit of combat out here isn't very difficult, I don't think, because you've got an NPC helping you out. Yeah, just stay on the high ground. I'm going to go through this one real quick, and then I'm going to show you a trick for the following combat to make that easier. Alright, so I will see you guys next time.